This video covers understanding and using English grammar, 5th edition. We're on page 418, chapter 19, connectives. We've been looking at connectives that express cause and effect, contrast, and condition. Today we're in section 8, showing direct contrast. This means we have two ideas that are the exact opposite of one another, and there are a few different ways we can express that idea. First, we have the adverb clause using the word while. So example A, Mary is rich while John is poor. Example B, John is poor while Mary is rich. Poor and rich are the exact opposite of one another. So we have two sentences or two ideas with a direct contrast. Notice we can put these in either order. She's rich while he's poor, or he's poor while she's rich. It doesn't matter what order these two ideas come in because they're the exact opposite of one another. Adverb clauses do not require the use of a comma, but as in these examples A and B, you may choose to use a comma in order to avoid confusion for your reader. As you probably are aware, the word while has a separate and completely different meaning in English. While can mean during or at the same time. We can say, I was watching TV while eating my dinner last night. That use of the word while is completely different from this use of the word while, which is showing that contrast. So in order to avoid confusion, so that your reader understands that this is introducing a contrast and this is not a time clause or time expression, well, you can use that comma. And in fact, I recommend it. Mary is rich, comma, while John is poor. And so now your reader can see easily that this is, the use of while as contrast. You can also use the conjunction but. Example C, Mary is rich, but John is poor, or John is poor, but Mary is rich. Conjunctions do require the use of a comma. We have two independent clauses. We're going to separate them with a comma and a conjunction but. Then we can also express this contrast with transitions, however, or on the other hand. E and F, Mary is rich, semicolon. However, comma, John is poor. And again, we can flip those ideas around. John is poor, semicolon, Mary is rich, comma, however. Okay, example G, Mary is rich, period. John, comma, on the other hand, comma, is poor. H, John is poor, period. Mary, comma, on the other hand, comma, is rich. Okay? Transitions connect two sentences together. So while A, B, C, and D, we were dealing with one sentence, E through H, we're really dealing with two sentences. And we use that transition, however, on the other hand, to connect those two sentences or the ideas in those two sentences. The transition can come before the main clause, as in example E, can come after the main clause, as in example F, or it can come after the subject, between the subject and the verb, as in examples G and H. In G and H, we clearly see that we're dealing with two sentences because the first sentence ends with a period. Mary is rich, period. And then we get the second sentence. In examples E and F, the writer has chosen to connect those two sentences. To tie those two sentences together, we use a semicolon. Okay? A comma would not be grammatically correct for examples E and F. You need that semicolon. Okay? All of these sentences have the same meaning. Okay? We have opposite. We have a contrast. Someone's rich, someone's poor. Okay? There are 6 other examples here for you to look at. So go ahead now, stop the video, read these sentences and choose which sentence is the opposite idea from the first idea there. So where is that direct contrast? Okay, when you're finished, start the video again to check your answers. Good luck. Okay, are we ready to check your answers? I hope so. This little red country right here, this tiny little country, Liechtenstein, it's a small country in Europe. What is the opposite idea of small? Large. So Liechtenstein is a small country in Europe. Spain, on the other hand, is quite large. Number 2, Alex plays both the piano and the violin. What idea that we have? We have that idea of both. What's the opposite of all these instruments? His sister doesn't play anything. Okay, she doesn't play any instruments. She may be a psychologist, that's true, but that's not really a direct contrast with Alex playing piano and violin. Number 3, Robert enjoys outdoor activities. The opposite of outdoor is indoor, so we need an indoor activity, dancing. Number 4, Ron is outgoing and sociable. The opposite, shy and quiet. English is spoken in a number of places in the Caribbean. Okay. It is not, however, spoken in the Dominican Republic and Haiti. So we have spoken, not spoken. Number 6, our car is economical and safe. Unreliable, a gas guzzler, okay? Gas guzzler. Uses a lot of gas, so costs money, so not economical. If you have any questions about any of these or about anything else, please leave a comment below and I will answer. Thank you for watching this video.